Hi everybody. I wanted to speak today very briefly about the government's response to the care review, their implementation strategy, which we waited a long time for. Luckily, I managed my expectations, having been a bit long in the tooth and going through many of these before, and it was just as well because it was really disappointing. And I'm saddened that I feel so let down by a government that should be investing more in our children in care and our care experienced, our care leavers who must feel so marginalised right now. We've, as a foster care sector, again, ignored. I don't think they truly understand what we do, the complexities of it, how nuanced, skilled and qualified you need to be for a foster carer. I just feel that they've got this narrative stuck in their head. They asked a couple of people and they just refuse somehow to actually listen to the people, the real, genuine people on the ground. I know they're talking about now they're going to do some more research, via, I don't know, the fostering network and things, but it just doesn't work like that. If you think we should do a FosterWiki inquiry, then let me know. I think that's probably a good idea. So let's look at what they did. You can't argue with the fact that they're talking about trying to keep more children at home, improving and supporting kinship carer, and looking at the social work sector. All need looking at. I'm not arguing with that, but I don't know a great deal about that to know whether the things they're talking about implementing will work, certainly with such a restricted, tiny percentage of the budget that was needed. So I think the important thing about foster carers, as I've just said, we do feel marginalised and left out and unacknowledged, really. But the point is 70% of looked after children are in foster care, and there are more children coming into care all the time, and a lack of foster carers. We are the workforce that underpins fostering. Without us, it doesn't even exist. So what did they do? Great fanfare. They're giving a 12.5% increase. They are putting out more support, and they're going to fund recruitment. Well, those three things alone, the 12.5% increase was on the child's allowance alone, and they're not funding it. So they're asking, cash-strapped local authorities and agencies to put the child's allowance up 12.5%. It's not obligatory, it's a recommendation, it's a minimum suggestion, not enforceable. So whether that'll actually reach us anyway. They're not putting our money up, not the pay for the foster carers, no, just the children's money. That's not our money, okay? So secondly, they're talking about this support. Well, this turns out to be the fostering network again, something called Mockingbird, which is a model of support that works in some local authorities where you have a central carer and lots around them, and they sort of, form a little community. Now, it's just for a tiny percentage of carers, and it doesn't suit everybody. Not everybody wants to do it, and many have children that it wouldn't be suitable for. So it's just a small percentage of carers. Now, the fostering network are invested in it, so I appreciate they are going to push it as the panacea and cure-all for the support thing, the problem we have. It isn't. The support we need actually is the team around the child being enabled to do their jobs properly support the placement, and more positive working environments, not more cups of tea and bingo and, barbecues and fun days out. That's not the kind of support we want anymore in this modern life and modern fostering. It is quite different. The third thing is recruitment, but sadly recruitment is completely stagnant. But the adverts just say the same old thing all the time. All you need is a spare room, when actually you don't. As I say, it's a complex, skilled role. It demeans that role completely and gives people the wrong impression. If they really think all they've got to do is a spare room, they're going to be in for a big shock. And also, what did I see yesterday? Somebody said, it was one line, it was in a video from a local authority. It said, if you love fun-filled family days out, fostering's for you. Oh, I despair. Anyway, so we've got to change the narrative there. We've got to change a lot of things before more people come in to be foster carers. FosterWiki are on top of it. We're getting ahead of the game. We're changing the narrative. I've been trying to change the narrative for years. We will get there, but evidently without the help of the government. I will still be working with the Department for Education. I'm still hopeful that we can make changes, and I will never stop an ethos of working together and helping to raise standards for our children and those who look after them. So thanks, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.